Welcome to this Mindful Monday. Today we'll be connecting with our more playful parts on purpose. You may notice these parts feel like childhood, or maybe you feel connected to a different time in your life. What's important is just to allow yourself to be in whatever experience you're having while I guide you through this practice. There's no perfect or correct way to do this. Just notice what part of you comes up. If it feels playful, let's explore. If it feels judgy or too serious, maybe you want to ask that part to step aside and let us have access to a more playful part just for a little while. We can certainly invite these other parts back when and if we need to. You may notice that imagery and meditative states feel familiar, or maybe this is new. They're perfectly safe. Similar practices as this are used in clinical hypnotherapy, though we won't be doing any hypnosis today. However, if at any point in this practice you start to feel uncomfortable, unsafe, or threatened, just press pause on the recording and bring all of your senses back into the place and time you are right now. Just identifying what you see, hear, feel, smell, touch, taste, all right in your present. Now I invite you to find a comfortable private spot where you won't be disturbed for about 10 to 15 minutes. This can be your sit spot outside or a cozy place indoors, and you may sit down or lie down. Just allow yourself to be comfortable. Once you're there, you can resume this recording. Let's begin by taking a few deep breaths in through your nose with a brief pause, and gently exhale out of your mouth. As you breathe, bring special attention into your exhale, breathing out about twice as long as you breathe in. For instance, breathing in for the count of 4 and out for the count of 8. In through your nose and out of your mouth. Just continuing in this pattern of breathing, allowing your body to settle in and your mind to come into this moment. There's no other place you need to be right now because this is where you are. As you continue to feel more relaxed, maybe you want to allow your eyes to close, remembering that you can always open them anytime you decide to. Breathing in, feeling your breath come into your body, as if you're breathing all the way down to your toes. Slowly releasing your breath through your mouth until you're completely empty, and then starting the process over again. This form of breathing is just a gentle flow. There's no need to strain or force your breath. Just deep, slow, full, relaxing breaths. and out. Picturing and imagining now a playful part of you. Perhaps this is a younger or childlike part. Allow this image to become clear. Really see yourself presented in front of you. This part of you doesn't know you're watching. Instead, you're just silently observing as this part carries on with whatever it's doing. Allow yourself to be curious about this part. Is there an age? What is this part doing? How does it appear to be feeling? How are you feeling toward this part? If you notice feeling anything with judgment or anything other than curiosity or interest, let's pause for a moment and ask the judgment to wait in another area. You can always reconnect with that judgment part later if you need to. For now, let's just return to observing this playful part of you. Observing with interest and curiosity. How or what is this part playing? Is it by itself or with others? Only safe, pleasant others are invited to join. So if not in solitude, just check in to make sure anyone else is pleasant, safe, and invited. Because this young, playful part just gets to be itself. There is no judgment. There is no performance. As you observe, do you notice feeling anything in your body now? Any emotions or feelings arising? Remember, no judgment, just curiosity. Allowing this part to continue as is, being who it is, doing whatever it's doing, playful and carefree perhaps. And now I invite you to introduce yourself to this part of you, letting it know who you are and that you're only here as a guest. You're not here to change it or do anything it doesn't want to do or take it anywhere it doesn't want to go. You're also here to learn. You get to unburden your busy, performative, protective adult parts to rest. They don't need to teach this playful part anything right now. Instead, you get to observe and witness. How familiar is this part? Does it know you? How well do you know it? Is there comfort with you being in this part's presence? I wonder if there's anything this part would be willing to share with you. About its experience. I wonder if there's anything this part would rather be doing right now instead of whatever it's doing. Or I wonder if there's somewhere else this part would rather be. If it's content, let's carry on as is. No need to change anything. If this playful part would rather be somewhere else or would rather be doing something else, let's picture and imagine that now. Has anything shifted for you being with this playful part? Check in with your body. Do you notice any sensations or feelings? Where do you notice them? Where do you feel them? Just let yourself be curious and explore. And be with these feelings for a moment. Maybe you'd like to assign a word or a phrase that feels appropriate for these feelings or sensations. Something simple like playful me, or peaceful play, or childhood fun, or honestly, whatever you'd like to call this experience, these sensations. It's perfectly fine. It's also okay if you don't notice anything right now. You can practice this imagery anytime or as many times as you like. As we reach the end of our practice today, let's extend gratitude for all of our parts who allowed us to have this experience. Remember, this time has been yours. This experience is you, and you may return here anytime you wish. All you need to do is simply close your eyes, breathe deeply as you did at the beginning of this practice, and recite the words you just came up with quietly in your mind. And now let's slowly start to bring your attention back into your body, into the place that you are. Feeling your breath enter and leave your body with each exhale and each inhale. Noticing your presence in whatever setting you're physically in right now. Feeling your feet planted on the ground or the floor. And as you continue to breathe, just allow your eyes to open when you're ready, taking in the senses of where and when you are. Take your time here to reacquaint with the present. Just feel yourself here. Thank you for taking this time today. I wish you a playful and embodied summer.